Let's be real, Ideogram 4 is an absolute powerhouse for generating images, until you're forced to manually type out every single text prompt and constantly fight the AI just to get your subject exactly where you want them. If you're trying to create realistic AI photos or consistent characters, losing control over your composition and small details is the ultimate frustration. But what if I told you there's an upgraded ComfyUI workflow that completely automates your prompt generation using a local LLM? A setup that gives you insane pinpoint control using custom bounding boxes, applies LoRa's for mind-blowing analog realism, and even lets you seamlessly inject your own face into the final shot. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up, and if you get value out of this, all I ask is to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Alright, here is our workflow. As you can see from our last Ideogram 4 video, we've added some massive improvements. We're starting with the model group. I'm currently using FP8 models. The good news is a GGUF quantized version of this workflow actually exists. I'll show you exactly how to make it work. Also, a lot of amazing LoRa's that we know and love are starting to drop, like the Lenovo LoRa that gives that gorgeous analog realism feel. We aren't going to use that one just yet. What I really want to focus on first is our automated Ideogram JSON prompt generator. In the last video, we had to manually set every single field. Even when we used ChatGPT, you still had to generate and copy-paste the text prompts every single time. Well, no more. Now, it's completely automated using a local LLM, specifically the Gemma 4 uncensored version. I already made a video explaining exactly how to get it and how to use it in ComfyUI, so make sure to check that out for the full setup details. I've included a system prompt that transforms any attached reference image into a perfect ideogram prompt. But that's not all. You actually have the ability to modify and override specific image aspects, like the character's identity, their clothing, or the background, just by using a custom user prompt. By looking at our input image, which is just the image we are going to be inspired by and not copy exactly, we can use the user prompt to override the character and make her a 40-year-old Italian woman with dark brown hair. This is just to show you a super clear side-by-side difference. Next up, you need to set the image size and aspect ratio. So, for example, for Instagram posts and carousels, the aspect ratio is 3:4, and for the resolution, I'm choosing 2 megapixels. You can easily drop this down to 1 megapixel to generate images faster, and save on VRAM if you have a decent GPU and just want to test out your prompts. We are using the Ideogram 4 Prompt Builder by Keyjai. If you haven't updated it in a while, head over to the manager and update that custom node to get the latest features, because it now officially supports a background image as input. This will show up in the bounding box drawer right at the bottom. All the text prompt fields are going to be filled automatically using the Gemma 4 uncensored LLM. The only thing I left manual is the photo field. You can change this to cinematic shots, DSLR type photos, or just leave it as candid smartphone photo if you like those ultra-realistic everyday shots. Okay, now let's draw some object boxes to help Ideogram follow our prompt accurately. We can set exactly where our character is located. I'm going to add another box with a brief description stating that the background is a car interior in the back seat. I'm keeping this simple for now, but in the next few examples, you'll see the true power of these bounding boxes and how they can totally transform small details. So, to recap, the manual work you need to do here is simple. Load the reference image, add a user prompt to override any elements you want to change, and then draw the boxes for pinpoint accuracy. Time to run the workflow. I'm generating a 3:4 aspect ratio at 2 megapixels in resolution. I'm rocking an RTX 5090, so the process is blazing fast. First, the Ollama node takes our system prompt, reference image, and user prompt to generate a full positive prompt for Ideogram. That prompt gets automatically split up, sent to fill all the fields in the prompt builder, formatted into a JSON prompt with all our precise object locations, and finally sent over to the Ideogram model to generate. And boom, as you can see, we have generated our image of the new Italian woman sitting in the backseat of a car. The angle is slightly different, but the clothing and accessories are incredibly similar to the reference image. Now, I'm going to activate the Lenovo LoRa so you can see its true impact on the final output. Check this out. The image now has that beautiful analog feel, the skin texture is noticeably softer, and the lighting is way more natural. If you prefer generating photos with this aesthetic, absolutely use this LoRa in your workflow. You will get incredibly amazing realistic results. Moving on to another example with a new reference image. This time, since the Football World Cup is a big deal, let's do some influencer-style jersey outfit photos. I'm going to edit the bounding boxes. We want a mirror selfie this time, and it's super important to add that as a text prompt. You also need to add a box exactly where the phone is located and describe which phone it is, for example, a black iPhone 16. I'm going to seize the day and add that her nail color is red. Finally, I'm going to draw a box right over the Spanish football jersey to feed the model specific details about it. Okay, that's enough details. Let's generate the image and see what we get. Okay, that's pretty cute and looking great. However, I don't love the pose, and if you look closely, there are 3 stars above the Spanish Federation Sports logo, which is totally inaccurate. I want another variation because I believe this prompt can do way better. I'm simply going to change the seed number and generate it again. All right, this is much better. As you can see, the realism is absolutely top-notch. Now for the really fun part. I'm going to load a custom LoRa that I trained on my own photos specifically for the Ideogram 4 model, just so we can generate images with perfect facial consistency. By the way, if this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'm going to share the exact step-by-step process on how to train an Ideogram character LoRa, both on your local hardware and on the cloud. In the user prompt, what I'm going to change is the character's identity. Since I'm a redhead, and yes, despite the rumors, we do have souls, we just trade them for faster GPU generation times. Next, I'm going to adjust some of the bounding box prompts. A quick pro tip is to use the trigger word of your custom character directly inside the character box. It helps the model out immensely. Okay, here I am in a mirror selfie supporting the Spanish national team. The outfit is spot on, but the facial expression isn't the best. You can quickly fix that right in the character box by adding the word smiling or any other expression and hitting generate again. As you can see, I look much better now. You can actually use the Lenovo LoRa as a second LoRa in your workflow, which completely avoids that plasticky looking AI skin and adjusts the lighting perfectly. And look at this! This time the jersey has exactly 1 star above the Federation logo. That is super accurate, and dialing in details like this will absolutely save you from football fans roasting you alive in the comments. I'm definitely not going to make the same mistake twice. In this next Brazil jersey mirror selfie example, I'm adding a small box on the left with details about the logo and the stars above it, and then adding a similar box on the right specifically for the Nike brand logo. Alright! The details are super accurate, but honestly, the LLM's description of the background isn't the best. So I'm just going to jump into the user prompt to edit, override, and fix that background description. Okay, cool, that's so much better, and I honestly love the pose I'm rocking here. As always, all of my ComfyUI YouTube videos come with the full workflow, which you can find in the Ko-fi link down below. It's completely free to download, but if you appreciate the effort and want to support me directly, you can totally buy me a coffee over there. I will see you soon in a new tutorial, and if you're interested in that Ideogram character LoRa training video, let me know in the comments.